I'm Ramiko Bose, certified NASM trainer, certified NASM weight loss specialist. Have you ever just really been trying to figure out the weight loss myths and what's real and what's not? Okay, I'm going to talk to you about that today and clear some things up. And like I said, I feel that I'm qualified to put out a video like this because I'm certified in weight loss through NASM. Okay, so before you start trying to leave nasty comments, okay, when you do, just go ahead and leave who you're certified through. Okay, when it comes to things pertaining to weight loss. Okay, all I'm doing is sharing my studies with you. Okay, so number one, let's talk about the high protein, low carb. Okay, now that is proven that does sustain and facilitate weight loss. But the thing about that is, we're talking about like the zone diet, the go lower diet, South Beach diet. The common denominator with those is the fact that the carbohydrates are low is what lowered the total calories. So the secret behind that, or to open your mind up behind that, is that it's just the calories are lower for that specific high protein, low carb is the way to really get the weight loss path journey started, and it's working. Number two, carbs, insulin, and weight gain. Okay, so that's also related to the high protein, low carb diet. Insulin stores glycogen as excess fat, depending on your fat stores. So your body needs all macronutrients and micronutrients to function properly. So you want to make sure that you don't want to sacrifice the vital nutrients that your body needs. You don't want to cut out too much of a certain food that has vital bodily function, like vitamin A, vitamin C, your minerals, magnesium, things like that. If you cut out too much of something, then you can start struggling in your macro and micronutrients, and you just don't want to do that because that's not healthy. You want to make sure that you have all your macros and micronutrients right where they're supposed to be. Okay, you don't want to go under on any of those. There's a reason why you need a certain amount every day. Number three, more calories cut equals weight loss. Now the thing with that is we're talking about long-term weight loss is what people are really looking for. You're not looking for let me just lose some weight and then in 3 months I don't mind gaining it all back. I mean, you might have some models that are just trying to lose a little something here and there for the photo shoot, but for the most part, we're not talking about models. We're talking about general population. So just going on a severe calorie deficit, it does not facilitate long-term weight loss. Long-term weight loss is what you're looking for, to not have to go backwards and try to start all over, what they call cycled weight loss, which can be tough on the immune system, but we'll talk about that in another video. Number four, the negative calorie diets, like you see stuff about grapefruits burn fat, celery, cabbage soup diets, stuff like that burn. Those are really called negative calorie diets, and the common denominator with that is they're just lower calorie diets, which being in a caloric deficit is what's going to promote fatty acid liberation, fat loss, more than anything, mixed with some cardiorespiratory and resistance training. So the thing about negative calorie diets is you just limit yourself to, once again, a few foods, and then your micro and macronutrients aren't balanced, and the body can't function properly without all the macro and micronutrients that it needs. There's a reason why it needs those. See what I'm saying? You got to do it in a way that you're getting what you need. Okay? As if a doctor was watching your vitamin A, vitamin C, zinc, biotin, folate. There's a reason why there's a recommended amount for daily for those. So we don't want to sacrifice any of those when it comes to long-term weight loss. Okay, number 5 is the low fat means no cows. The thing about that is low fat. When you see low fat on the back of the package, that means that it is low in fat, but it could be in excess in protein, in excess in calories, in excess in sugar, and you still struggling losing weight. Okay, so don't always fall for the low fat, no fat products, processed foods, or even some of the dairy products. So keep that in mind. There's going to be usually a higher protein, higher calorie, higher sugar, higher sugar trade with that low cal to with the low fat to no fat products. Number 6, skipping meals. Skipping meals and fasting does not give you a chance to meet your goals when it comes to long-term weight loss. Once again, who's trying to lose 20 pounds in 2 months and gain 27 pounds back within 4? Okay, you want to go to Cancun and you really just want to look good while you're there. I get that, but we're talking about the general population that's serious about getting the altered body image, which main thing is they need to lower their body fat to get muscle tone and shape. Altered body image is what they're going for, and they want to change their appearance for the remainder of their life, or a better portion of it at least. So the skipping meals and fasting, once again, you're not getting what you need at vital times during the day, and you're feeling satiation, the feeling of feeling full isn't there. You're a lot more liable to overeat once you do eat. Studies show that people that eat less or skip meals or fast will all of a sudden start overeating at some point during that day. And studies show that they don't lose fat and maintain that fat loss over a long period of time more than those that eat small meals throughout the course of the day to keep themselves feeling satiated and not overeating, because all of a sudden there's some hormones, leptin or we'll talk about that in another video. There's some hormones that come out and signal hunger and hunger, and that you need to eat. Okay, not just appetite. Appetite's more the mind. Hunger is actually the physiologic aspect of you need to consume, okay, for some sort of bodily process to keep happening. That's where that's coming from. It's not just that the body's just saying, oh, I'm hungry to eat. It's trying to repair some cells, so what they call cellular respiration, which that's a deep topic. We'll cover that in another video. But that's you don't want to be skipping meals, and you don't want to be fasting when you talk about I'm looking to alter my body image. And once you accomplish that, you want to stay there and get better. I wouldn't recommend skipping meals and fasting. Number 7, late night eating. That's been a big controversy for years. It comes down to how much have you been eating all day? Where is, if you're practicing calometry, the counting of calories, basically, where are you at? If you haven't ate all day and all of a sudden it's 7 p.m. at night and you pull into Don Pedro's or Burger King and order this, that, and the other at 7, and then all of a sudden you ended up staying up until 11 and ate pancakes. People do crazy things at night, and they bust their calorie budget just late at night. So it's not just, late night eating gets you. It's just the fact that usually you've already met your energy. You've already met your energy demands for that day. Usually, especially if you've been overeating earlier in the day, now late night eating is going to come back to bite you in the butt. But if you've been managing and budgeting your calories, your energy in versus energy out, what your energy that you consume versus energy expenditure, okay, if there's an imbalance by the time the night happens, basically energy in has caused this teeter-totter versus energy out expenditure. If this is happening late at night and you start eating even peanuts, some of the things that don't necessarily add weight in moderation, if you start eating any other calorie dense foods especially, then you're opening up the door to bust through your calorie budget for the day, and you started storing some fatty acids. So it's not, late night eating does not mean that you're going to gain weight. Number 8, vegetarianism. Now, vegetarianism has been proven to work with long-term fat loss if you commit to that, but that's only if you're in a caloric deficit. Okay, you can be a vegetarian, and man, if you're eating Twinkies, if you just ate 4 Twinkies right before you went to bed, and your energy budget, your energy balance went like this, you gonna gain some weight. So vegetarianism is been proven to help facilitate weight loss, but it's based on the caloric deficit. Okay, if I can go all day eating broccoli, but if I sit back and eat 14 pancakes and a bag of Ruffles, you see what I'm saying? So once again, caloric deficit, energy balance. Okay. Number 9, red meat. There's vital things in those. There's vital minerals, zinc, iron. Not everybody believes in taking vitamins. Okay, so don't just say, if as long as you're taking your vitamins, you don't need to eat red meat. Not everybody trusts taking vitamins. They don't believe that they're FDA approved, or for whatever reason, man-made nutritional products that you can buy at your health food store. They don't go that route. So zinc and iron are huge in our body processes. So just make sure that you cut off all the excess fat that you see on the red meat, and only eat a few ounces. Count those into your calories for the day, and you should be just fine. Now, if you have some cholesterol issues and high triglyceride stuff going on, maybe, you know, you don't want to consume red meat even on a daily basis, or any other chronic health conditions that your doctor's saying no more red meat. Okay, we're just talking about general population. Last but not least, number 10, eat what you want, and as long as you really hit the treadmill or really go play a couple hours worth of basketball, you can still lose that weight. Now, some people's genetics will allow for that to have some wiggle room, but we're talking about general population. Okay, some people can get away with that and still drop, but general population, for the most part, it's still going to come down to the energy balance. Okay, so you can't just eat what you want and in just 3-4 hours of cardio and you still dropped. For the most part, that's just one of the myths that we're talking about. Myth doesn't pertain to specific individuals that are super genetically inclined to just, you know, not store fatty acids. We're talking about the general population. So once again, it's all about energy balance. Okay, so thanks for tuning in to my fitness channel once again. Feel free to like, share, talk about it with your friends. Check this guy out. Is he the real deal? Look up my credentials, and you'll see that I'm a good credentialed person to follow for you to bank on the information that I'm putting out. Okay, this isn't just me coming up with stuff. Okay, this is all scientifically proven studies that have taken place. Then they put it in the certification packet, and now it's coming out of my mouth to you. Okay, so stay tuned for more fitness videos, and stay encouraged. Follow me, and I guarantee you your fitness journey will become a lot smoother and easier and not so stressful on like, wow, there's a lot of information out there and I don't even know where to start at. Just stay tuned in my channel and everything's gonna work out. See you guys. Love you guys.